Good morning. Well, good afternoon, I guess. It's just after, definitely after 12. But it's kind of morning for me. I slept in. I really needed this when I woke up in the middle of the night. Well, in the morning. And then stayed up for a bit around 4 and then slept in. Surprisingly until 11 and then went and got a bunch of stuff done. I just picked up my truck battery because I burnt out the truck. Must have left the door slightly ajar or something and then hadn't used the truck for many days. And it charged once but then didn't hold the charge. So went to Rick at Wheelcare in Purdy, most amazing mechanic ever. And I will say that Raven endorsed. Raven loved Rick. Well, I should say loves Rick. There is no past tense. Rick is that amazing. So anyone wants a really good, trustworthy mechanic, Rick is the guy to go to if you're close enough. Well, if you're close enough, you already know. So I had a wonderful talk with Rick about Raven, and it was lovely. And we shared stories about how horrible Bancroft Hospital is, and how many people have had loved ones go there and die or get worse because of their lack of care. It's really horrible that it even exists, I must say. But anyways, we don't want to dwell on the negative, do we? Just want to point it out so it's not forgotten, because otherwise we can't move forward. But I don't want to dwell on it. Sorry that the phone is a little bouncy with the bumps. I'm sure it's making you feel dizzy. Maybe I didn't anticipate that. But anyways, I'll try and minimize any bumps that I'm going over. So I'm heading for Barry's Bay to do my laundry. It's been a long time since I went to a laundromat. I have gone recently, but from years ago. It's my favorite laundromat, having an option of Combermere, Barry's Bay, or Bancroft. I choose Barry's Bay. I forgot what it's called, but it's a wonderful little place. They're getting ready to move soon to a bigger location, but they do alterations. They'll do your laundry for you. They'll do everything. And the older Iranian gentleman and and I'm not very good with Asian cultures and stuff to be sure whether she's Korean or Filipino or what, but just a wonderful lady as well. I feel very taken care of there. They're not all stressy and weird. So I feel kind of at home there. And I'm looking, frankly, on that note, I'm looking for... that bounce is just horrible. Sorry, guys. I'm looking for anything, anywhere, anyhow, anyone. If a business makes me feel comfortable, loved, and at home, I'm going there. I'm supporting them. And I've got lots of great businesses that I frequent on purpose for that reason, because I love these people. And the laundromat I just started going to, so I don't know them that well, but I love the pharmacy, Lorraine's Pharmacy in Barry's Bay. I love Birds Creek Farm Supply. stuff to talk to the College of Physicians about, including my doctor from Fergus way back, and this doctor, whoever, I won't mention over the video thing because I don't know if that's not good measure, but the names will all go into the actual file when I report it. But anyways, I don't need to do that right now. I am focusing on growth and adjustments and healing and Raven's legacy, and those are the things right now. Oh, and of course, me getting ready for winter is absolutely imperative. And I have to admit, it's nerve-wracking. When I wake up on a cold morning, it reminds me that it isn't going to be that long before that cold is going to be constant and getting colder. So I'm doing my best to get drawings done that I can give to another person that Raven loved or loves, is my barn builder guy, Sean, who's a wonderful guy. And I feel very grateful for all the wonderful people in my life, all my clients and friends who even weren't my clients. Can you imagine that? Just who pulled through and who sent love and sent prayers and sent light. And I'm very grateful. I am a very, very lucky person. I know it sounds kind of odd saying this after a partner passes away, but I feel like I am the luckiest person on earth. And the reason why I feel that is because I choose not to interpret the difficult aspect of Raven passing, and I leave that open, and I allow my heart allow that to sit in my heart and soak up and transmute it, all the difficult aspects, because my heart will comprehend that which my mind does not understand. My heart will do the healing and is doing the healing. So that I would, although I'm not a religious person in any means, I would call that faith. And I would also call an aspect of it grace, in how that faith unfolds and projects and opens up and so on. I'm learning this as I go. This is not something I knew before. And there's more opening up. And I want to share everything I can with you guys. And mostly it's because hopefully you don't have to go through this for a long time. But when you do, everyone's going to have to at some point. When you do, or when it's your turn, hopefully some of Raven's passage and mine and my feedback will speak to you in a healing way, in a loving way, and it will help you through your difficult times. And maybe you're actually able to, like Raven and me, transmute and transform those energies into what they really are. I believe they really are that which our hearts can perceive. And because we've trained our minds to overrule the heart for so long, we need to let the heart sit with this stuff, not jump to conclusions. Especially right now with all what's gone on with lockdown and stuff, we're all probably suffering from some level of PTSD from what we've been through, no matter what our beliefs are and our side of the coin we choose to see. We have been traumatized, and therefore we are more likely to be locked into our mind, ruling over our heart. So therefore, even more reason to be gentle with ourselves and do work on ourselves that encourages the heart to come forth and the mind to sit back where it should be. You hire a receptionist and they take over and start ruling your business. That's not good. You know your business, so the heart knows, and it's our job, I believe, to train everything around the heart. The heart, I don't think, needs training. It's there. It's training everything around the heart to not go against the heart and not attack the energy and perceptions of the heart. And I do believe a large aspect of what we're today is that battle. You know, there's a lot of, and I'm not pointing fingers, this is everyone, I believe, you know, from an aspect of Stockholm Syndrome, which guaranteed is somewhere within all of us from everything that's gone on. You know, we have all been affected. We are all human beings. We are all affected to some degree by these things, and it's up to us to help each other out of this difficult time and to watch each other's backs and to form communities of like-minded people. And that way, I believe we're going to see our way through. Now, Raven's opened a portal on our land, and I'm sure there are many others around the world opening portals in their own way in their areas. And I think it is, I believe it is, I feel with my heart that it is our job now to form these communities, villages, whatever you want to call them, and tribes, and then to network them so we all have connectors in our areas and further. And that's how we're going to get through this, I believe. Also, I believe, get out of debt if you're in debt. Most of us are. Get the hell out of debt. Get the hell out of Dodge. Get the hell out of debt, and that way you're less of a slave when things get bumpy. Learn, if you don't already know how to garden, learn the things that are going to help you get through this. Simplify, and if you're into it, watch my videos here, because I'm definitely no expert, but I am going through what I'm going through, and I'm giving as clear, honest, true feedback as I can as I go through it. So if that's worth something to you, then watch my videos and ask questions, please. I don't get questions, and that concerns me a bit. Maybe people just don't want to offend or step on toes or something like that. But please, if you have a question, ask a question. I'm really doing this. I am doing it for myself and Raven, but I am also doing it for you guys. And this is going to unfold into some absolutely amazing stuff at Nomad Village. So stay tuned. I'm almost in Barry's Bay. Beautiful drive. You might be able to see in the background there, the trees are still green, the leaves are still green, but there are nice patches of yellows and reds and so on. So, lovely windy roads. I love windy roads. They're my favorite. I don't care for intersections. I don't care for big freeways and stuff, but that's what I love. I love green everywhere. All my friends out here and wherever you all are. I have friends all over the world, and I am so grateful for that. Raven has friends all over the world. My reality is unfolding every moment as it should be for everyone. I have no certainty, and that's a good thing. You know, it's not a negative. It means anything and everything is possible. Anything and everything is possible. Just as an example, just what came to mind. Cancer. I know a lot of people say, you know, fuck cancer, or cancer sucks and all this stuff, and I get it, and I totally was there. But the way I look at it, it's not the cancer. Cancer is just a thing like anything else doing its thing. It's us who needs to shift our paradigm to where we can comprehend how to clear it. It's that simple. There are 350 million different cures for cancer that haven't been found, and probably a nice handful that have. Just because we haven't found something or haven't seen something or haven't been able to perceive something, use my dogs as an example, they perceive things that I don't. Does that mean they don't exist? Well, exactly. Think of all the things that exist that we don't perceive with our senses. And our scientists have not figured out yet, believe it or not. A scientist is just a person, and a lot of them are bought, just like politicians and others. So it's time, if you do think no one can ever do any wrong, it's time to wake up to that. I had to, you know, and I feel that one will be much better off once they've woken up to it. The waking up of things is difficult, but once you are woke to it, you're ready for the next thing to wake up to, and so on. That's growth. That's evolving. That's transmuting, transforming. We need to find ways to open up to and accept that we are not at the pinnacle of our evolution. We have not even come close. This is really important to remember, because I get locked in that as well, where I just kind of feel like I'm at the edge of where I can go, and I get frustrated, and then I have to remind myself that the sky's the limit, and beyond the sky. Like human beings, I believe, I'm so optimistic about this. Human beings have only just started. And we have only just started to show our colors, and things have to get intense for us to find out who we really are. Because that's what's going to activate our true potential, is the difficulties that are coming at us. Lean into the thorns, or as David Goggins says, embrace the suck. It is not just a blunt statement of a macho kind of guy that some people might think, kind of military-like. No, in that statement, embrace the suck is actually a fucking amazing encoded piece of brilliance, just made in its shortest possible form, without any floweriness. That's all. It's a profound saying and a profound portal opening of how to get through things. I might actually go and read through some David Goggins from the past and find a few things that are really pertinent to right now, that just to show you some of the insights this brilliant man projected forth. Yeah, I'm going to do that at some point. But anyways, there is so much in our potential, each one of us, every one of you listening right now. There is so much to who you are that you don't know, and it's not New Age gobbledygook. It's not conspiracy theories. It's none of those things. There is truth to your ability and availability to go through the crucible, to face your shit, to separate what's you from what's not you, and what is your wounding, and to evolve, to go through that, to go through the chrysalis, pupa stage, for the caterpillar in you to die, the slave self to die, not in the die that we interpret, but in a much more spiritual sense. But there is a struggle, and I'm going to go through all of this later on. As the caterpillar gives itself up to be food, to be food for the few imaginal cells of the butterfly. There's even theories that the butterfly and the caterpillar are separate beings, and they somehow evolved to work together, kind of like kefir is yeast and bacteria working together, and they can't make it. They don't know how to make it. It's only just there. So maybe we're the same kind of thing. Who knows? But this is the uncertainty that I love. We can speculate, we can grow, we can learn. This is the beginning of the most amazing part of our adventure. And our kids, if we friggin' put ourselves on the line instead of being wimps, we will create a future for our children to be proud of. Does that not mean anything to people listening? You know, is your life more important than the future? Or is the future of many worth your life now? You know? Because that's what Raven perceived, and that's why she was fearless. Because she saw others left here to be as important, not more important, but as important, and in one sense more important than her single life. And she put everything into that. Every person she spoke to before she passed, she injected with beauty and love and self-respect and wonderment. That's the good injection. out here, just a quick mention that I am taking appointments, making appointments for soul print. So if you're interested in some healing work, some balancing work, some transformational work, get a hold of me by email, bodyart@urbanproject.com.